Nipe Gizake
Bonjour, Wabmishi Kakwadeshnakas, Wabashishi Dodem, Pishabi Town, Don Jaba. Pishabi Town is such a beautiful place. It's hard to imagine that horrific things happen here. Thank God my grandmother raised me the first 6 years of my life. I was a happy, joyful little girl before I had to go live with my mom and adoptive father. When I was 8, my dad started hurting me. He told me, "Don't tell your mother or anyone because they won't believe you." I cried. I was scared and didn't understand what was happening. It continued until I was 12, when I told him, "No more, stop." I numbed my feelings, I lost my voice, and wore a happy mask for decades. I pretended we were normal as my parents' drinking got worse. In 1961, I graduated from high school and enlisted in the Air Force to get away. After my heart was broken when my first love left, I started drinking and immediately became an alcoholic. I remember having lots of boyfriends. I was searching for love but confusing it with sex. In 1966, I married my Air Force drinking partner. We settled in California and visited my parents in Michigan yearly. I finally got sober in 1969 through AA. My first blessings among many were my 2 sons. In AA, I learned that we are as sick as our secrets, and I wondered if I needed to reveal mine. My husband and I divorced, leaving me as a single parent. Still searching for love, I went through many men. Why do I keep choosing distorted relationships? I went back into therapy. In reality, I needed to express my rage for being sexually abused. 2 years later, I realized another man, my children, or my sponsor could not fix me. I was empty and needed something more. When I was 36 years old, I had a powerful spiritual awakening. I dreamt about Jesus calling me. I floated to him with ecstasy. Gradually, I returned to the church of my childhood and accepted him into my life. I attended many healing masses over the years. Jesus healed me and prepared me to return to Pishabi Town to be near my sober elder parents. In 1990, I returned home, and I began to recall many childhood memories. After 2 years, I felt trapped, and I left for California to complete my education. The night before I left for school, 2 dear friends came to my house and told me, "There are rumors your dad molested a child." I went numb. I said to them, "I don't know if that's true or not, but he did that to me when I was a little girl." They were stunned. They didn't know what to say to me because they only knew him as a medicine man. As I drove across the Mississippi River, I thought about how I held on to that secret for 42 years. I found my voice. I was 50 when I told my mom. My first granddaughter was born in 1995. She was a beautiful baby girl. All I could think about was going home to protect her from Dad. A year later, my mom called saying, "Your dad was arrested for molesting a little girl." I asked her to put him on the phone. I told him, "It's time to tell the truth. Do not let this little girl suffer further in court." He confessed and broke his secret. During this difficult time, another tragedy happened. My mom and dad had a car accident, and my mother was killed. After her funeral, when Dad was released from the hospital, I thought, "Lord, why didn't you take him first? Now I have to take care of him. I can't do this." I wanted to run away again. The next day, during my morning shower, as the water splashed over me, I had another spiritual experience. I heard him say to me, "Whatsoever you do, For the least of my brethren, you do for me. I felt forgiveness and compassion for my dad immediately. After 10 long years, I was there for Dad, but I set boundaries and made sure he never came around my grandchildren. He walked on when he was in the VA hospital. Before he left, I told him, "Dad, I love you." He said, "Thank you." Today I am that happy, joyful little girl I once was. Pishottatown is a beautiful place to live. I no longer carry this deep secret. Healing from sexual abuse is possible. We begin by finding our voice to tell our story. I have the freedom now to live a full life, and many new doors have opened for me. Nibe gizake go, gimi gwechawe ni mi go, gijawen ni mi go. Nibe gizake go, gimi gwechawe ni mi go, gijawen ni mi go. Nibe gizake go, gimi gwechawe ni mi go, gijawen ni mi go. Nibe gizake go, gimi gwechawe